Day 67 for the training life vlog. Start with day rating. It's probably a 7, but it feels like I'm mentally letting things get to me. It's going from like a 7 to a 6, to creeping into the 5ville. And it's just that relationship that I'm trying to repair and keep a friendship in. Feels like it's getting further away, and I'm pretty sure after tomorrow or Saturday it's just gonna be gone, and there's nothing more that I can do about it. So that's been wearing on me. Besides that, I met up with a group today, got in an 8-mile run. I had that lunch today. We had a bunch of tacos. We had 15 today, which sounds like a bit, and it kind of was, but I got a funny story. I guess I'll tell you about it in a sec. But the run, 8 miles, regular course, route, however you want to say it, and started off slow. First mile was 7:47, and then the next were all 7:2 to 7:10, and so the average pace was 7:11 for the 8 miles. I could definitely feel my stomach being a little bit more full than I would have liked. So the first mile was nice and easy, and slowly picked it up. Saw where the first mile was, or the second mile. I said, okay, that's where I'm at. Then I'll try to hold this as long as I can. So I didn't feel like I was pushing it by any means. I was just going with that gear, I guess you could say, that I locked into. I came back, chatted with the group a bit, got back to my place, walked the dog, fed her, and she wanted to play a bit, so I was just trying to hydrate and drink my smoothie. I think from the lunch today, I didn't feel much like dinner. I even pulled the food out and looked at it and said, give it a few minutes, you'll be hungry. And I still don't even feel hungry right now, and it's been 3 or 4 hours later. So I think I had enough with the lunch. So back to the story with the lunch. So our company's ordered from the same taco company for the last 7 years that I've been there. And one year, the president of our company decides to have an official taco eating contest. So at the time, there was 3 departments, and we're all kind of separated. One was downstairs, another department, another one was upstairs, and then there was like almost like a break room, and then the executive office. And so my manager came up to me and was like, come on, you got to represent our company, or you got to represent our side. You got to show them, who's boss, so to speak. Not those words, but kind of get what I'm going for there. And almost an internal war, like a friendly internal war. At the time, I was on a phone call. The manager was still kind of like, you gotta represent us. You gotta do good. So she's trying to do that yell whisper, which was kind of funny. And so by the time I started, the 3 people I was kind of competing with were 12 tacos in. And I told myself, it's like, okay, I think I could do 16 or 17, because that's what I had before, 16. But I had 2 sides of rice. I was like, if I just do away with the rice, I should be 16 and fine. Well, I was already behind. So by the time I got my 5 or 6 tacos, they were at 16. So I was mentally trying to prepare myself that this was going to go south real quick. Well, I kept eating. My manager kept like, come on, do you want me to go get you another plate? How many do you want? You want chicken? Do you want the barbacoa? Which ones? And there was 3 variety: the chicken, steak, and barbacoa. And And she like, let me know what you need. Do you need a drink? Do you need more water? What do you need? And she just keep rooting me on. And then I slowly catching up. I got into the teens, and then I hit the 20. And by then, the other three people, one had stopped at 18. The other ones were like at 22, 23. And one got to 24, maybe 25. So my manager got up to me and said, okay, you need to have 26. And then that's it. The other guy's not feeling well. He stopped. He's not getting anymore. So if you finish 26, that's it. That's all you have to do. So I said, okay, mentally turned off that full switch. Don't send signals to my stomach that you're full. Just keep eating. So I got to 26, but the last 4 or 5 tacos I had, they tasted like cardboard. That's no offense to the taco company. They made really, really good tacos, and that's why we keep ordering them. But my brain was saying, okay, if you're not going to listen to that, your stomach saying that it's full, then you send a new signal to your brain that says that you're not going to eat because you're not going to taste it anymore. This was 3 years ago, so this was before the pandemic, COVID stuff. And so I just try to dress the tacos differently. I would change the salsa on there from red to green. One of them I would or wouldn't put cheese, just to try to get my body to say, oh, it's different, get the taste buds going again. And it still didn't matter the flavor of the meat, the cheese with or without, lettuce with or without, the sauce with or without. They were all 4 or 5 were the same. But I got 26. And that was 3, maybe 4 years ago now. And today we ordered them again. And the same person showed up. And she was telling me the story. She's like, yo, you're the guy. Because the president of the company said, hey, step away from the taco truck. You can't eat 26 tacos again this time. Get back. And she knew it was a joke. I knew it was a joke. So we had a good laugh. And so the girl at the taco truck said, oh, you're the guy that ate 26. I thought it was someone else. I remember you there. I just didn't know which one it was, but I heard that someone had 24 or 26. And I said, how many was it, 24 or 26? And I said, it was 26. And it's like, oh, I've been telling everyone 24. I go to these other events, weddings and engagement parties and business parties and birthdays and other festivals, and people get so excited when they get to 12. And 12 is kind of like, oh, dude, I ate 12. And that's what she's telling me and the 2 other employees that are there listening to the story. It's like, no, you gotta see this one guy. He's just a regular guy, and he had 26, and so you got a ways to go to catch up to him. And they're like, no way. It's like, yeah. And so she's like, I was just talking about you every time we go, and these people try to have the contest. And so it's just funny 3 or 4 years later that it's like internally at work, it was a small joke about tacos, and now that it's this other company, new part of the story was there, that they've been talking about it and I didn't even know. And so we kind of laughed, and I sat down, and my buddy was sitting there. He's like, oh yeah, they want to take a picture with you. And I'm like, no, that's such a lie, shut up. And he would kind of play with me a little bit just as a joke, but he's like, I'm serious. And he's like, don't worry, you can take a picture, he'll be back, he's gonna get more tacos. I think I had already had, what many did I have? 10, 12? I was already 12 in. No, 10. I had 6 and then went 4. And I went back to, I was trying to get 2 or 3 to stay around 12. I think 12 would have been good. And then they had the plate lit up with 5, and I felt bad they were going to put some back. So I said, oh, 5's fine, I'll be okay. It's like, oh yeah, no, can we get a picture? You're the one that did 26. And she kind of laughed, I kind of laughed. And I was like, you want a picture? And I didn't know why exactly I wanted her side. And if it was like an inside joke, like, this is the guy, like, don't let him eat because he's gonna out eat you, house and home. And so she just explained it, that story that she was telling people. So that was kind of funny. So that was interesting to hear. And supposedly they're gonna put up that picture on Instagram. I haven't seen it yet. I checked a couple times, but oh well, if it goes up, great. If not, it was a funny day, it's a funny story. And I'm sure the next time our company gets the taco truck, it'll be a little bit more of a discussion. We'll just kind of look at each other and laugh and said, "How many are you gonna eat this time?" Something like that. Excuse me. Anyways, that's my taco story. 26 tacos, and I guess the story went around more than I thought around work. Kind of funny that I guess it stuck around, spread out more. The story spread out more than I thought it would. So I wasn't trying to do it for that. It was just an internal thing. I think I won a $25 gift card that I gave away to someone else that I think needed it more. Maybe it was a Christmas one, but I tossed it in. Anyways, maybe another story for another day. But anyways, that's the day. So run your life with health and happiness. Have a good night.